welcome Solex Nation. We are halfway through July, which means we are halfway through free enrollments.
Yes, if you want to share Solex with anybody and they want to come and share with others as well, that makes them a QLA, a Quantum Living Advocate. That is how we distribute anything that's good in Solex to other people. They can join for free this month if they enroll with an order,
That's
basically.
right. That's right.
Anybody enroll. Now, if you have a preferred customer or a customer that has been sitting on the sidelines but has been a good sharer of Solex as well, and they are thinking, you know what? Now's the time to actually start getting some benefit from doing all this sharing. They can also upgrade from a customer status to a QLA status for free this month with an order, just an easy order. Call in to do that though, if you're a customer. That's how that takes place. But this is only a couple weeks left.
That's right. You know, we're customers all the time. We share things all the time. We share it with friends. I loved this restaurant. You should go to it. Or I just watched this movie. Yeah, you should go. Isn't it cool? Wouldn't it be cool to get paid for that?
Yeah, it's always nice to get benefit. I don't think it's weird. I mean, the thing is, there's reward programs, there's a lot of things out there. I think we should be a little bit more confident in offering something that's good to others, right? If it's not good, of course, you don't share it.
That's right.
But if it's pretty great, man, other people need to know about it. So let's get the word out.
Did you know if you have 3 people that you share a AO scan with and they sign up with their own subscription, then your AO scan is basically paid?
Yeah, the compensation on that covers your costs.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
So if you are a preferred customer, retail customer, and you're interested in getting to share this, get paid for it, and not have to pay your $49 fee, now's the time. This is the month.
There's something else that's the time, and that is our Day of Discoveries coming up in September, the 12th and 13th, and tickets are moving. Now we are running out of space. So we have a bigger venue, but obviously a bigger interest. It's been a year. We have more people at Solex, more people that are excited about the variety of offering that Solex offers. Now's the time to jump on if you want. If you're thinking about coming and learning from great educators or seeing the new things that will be launched or getting some free stuff, all of that is at Day of Discovery, and it is just a great environment. One of the things I love about a live event where you see people face to face is that together we create this peak energy, this peak experience. It's something that's different in all the world as far as attending a live event versus just watching it. It can be so much more enthusiastic, so much more exciting, and so much more fun. If you're itching to see what it's like to come to an event like this, now's the time to make the commitment before the tickets run out. Now, we got such a big venue, we didn't think that we would run out of tickets. However, there is a chance at the pace at which tickets are moving, it looks like we are on pace to run out of tickets before we reach the event. And so if you're interested, now's the time to jump on.
Please hear us clearly. We are almost out of tickets. This happened last year. We did run out of tickets at the end of July. There was some panic and our event was full. This year, we are in the same boat. Bigger venue, more people are coming. We are almost out of tickets. Please get your tickets. Please tell your teams to get their tickets. We're not joking. We did it last year. People were shocked.
Yeah.
We don't want you to be shocked this year. We're warning you now that tickets are almost gone. So please go get your tickets now.
And it's going to be so fun.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be so fun to see you and high five and hug and do all the things.
Yep. Okay, so it is that time of the month where we get to talk about our June rank advancements.
Congratulations. I want to spotlight Shalu Prasad. The platinum.
Brand new platinum.
That just broke. That is taking away nothing from the bronze, silvers, and golds on that list. That is a valiant effort always to rank advance. I know for those that attend this, and I've attended this call for many, many months.
They're about to tune you out.
That's fine. But I do want to remind everybody that's here that it is an effort
Yeah.
to make that list. That is 3 months of consistent effort of hitting the requirements of those ranks. So I applaud everybody on each of those lists. Just a great job. Well done. Please join me in cheering these people on.
That's right.
That is effort, and that is commitment, and that is consistency.
It's a big deal.
And I love it.
Congratulations to all of you. And Shailu, your face is now going on our wall at corporate. I don't know if you know that.
Your big, beautiful face
But you
right
are
up
going to be
there.
right on the wall. So congratulations. All right. Should we talk about
Top enrollers?
last week? Yep. Top
All right.
enrollers.
This is July 7th to 13th, and we have a tie for second place.
We do have a tie.
Some familiar names.
Yes, in second place, we have Simmons Holistics, Inc.
And Dr. George Grant. Great job.
Congratulations. Who do you think's in first?
Oh, you know what? Here she is again. Paige Wheeler is doing such a great job. Everybody on this list, these are familiar names. The thing that's interesting about whether it's Simmons Holistics, whether it's Dr. George Grant, whether it's Paige Wheeler, is that you see their names, maybe not every week on this list. You see their names pretty consistently. And these three people do consistent work.
That's right.
They are just at it all the time. And I think there's something in the effort of each one of those. I think every one of them is special, as of all of you on this call. But it's interesting, they would say that they're no more special than the next person in line that could also do what they do in that other person's way. And I think that that is really important to know, that these people, the difference between maybe the people we see every once in a while or haven't seen yet on this list and their frequency of hitting this list is they are just doing it daily.
It's consistency. Consistency and doing the small things adds up to big things. So congratulations to the three of you.
And let me actually make note, if you are consistently working and you haven't seen your name hit this list, stick to it.
That's right.
You will hit this list. You will be in top enroll. You will get that six-pack. You'll just get the recognition. And if we don't say your name here and you've been consistently working at it, just know that we're saying your name in other places. It's a great thing to work at something over and over again and refine your craft. We're passionate about cheering you on.
That's right. All right, let's pick some winners.
Okay.
Let's do our contest.
This is the people who, okay, so it's what song, sound, or frequency uplifts your mood, right?
That's right. That's
and
what
we're going to give away...
We're going to give away the chakra bracelet.
Okay, all right. So let's find... Here's one. Okay, Naturally Nozella. Give us a call. Let us know who you are. This is very difficult to answer because I grew up loving a variety of music, from classical, musicals, gospel, and smooth jazz. I found that music I grew up with, such simple hymns, are also very relaxing and grounding. As someone new to the scanner, I'm loving the inner voice and the grounding, calming benefits I am experiencing. Naturally Nozella, yes, I am right in that space. I love music. I love all varieties of music, and they all do something and can do something to uplift me. But it was when I touched on inner voice that it was something new, something peaceful about it. And I think it's about like using my emotions and balancing my specific situation at that time.
I think you're right.
I love it.
Great answer. All right, the next one is Jan Houghton. The chorus of a song that really lifts me up. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. My all-time staple for my life is the song, How Great Thou Art. Music about my God has brought me through every tough situation and turns hardship into joy. Absolutely.
Love that. It's so true.
Yeah,
so
it is.
True for so many. All right, last winner. And no kidding, Sabrina Gonder, incredible. Like, incredible.
I need to talk to you at Dave Discovery.
Yeah, I want to know what you're doing.
Whatever you're doing,
She's
I need
just
to do
consistent,
it.
I think.
I know.
I really think. I think she just enters every time.
Every week, yeah.
All right, so many, but I'm so blessed in what came to mind because of the music, words, and truth of the song.
Thank you to all of you for entering. We will send all of you your chakra bracelets. And tonight we are going to do a part 2, a carryover from last week, where we get to hear from Dr. Stefan Rao.
I want to explain you a little bit about the idea behind these cosmic planetary frequencies. You know, time is the period of oscillation of periodic phenomenon. I don't need to explain this or read this. The other one, frequency, we all know what frequency is. 1 vibration per second is called 1 hertz. Okay? And what music is, I explained a little bit, and you see something. Tempo and tones, beats per minute you heard sometimes. It's very special which music you prefer. I'm hearing a lot of world music. It doesn't matter. I'm educated in also with dance and salsa and so on because I'm connected in the Caribbean countries, and therefore bachata and all this stuff is. You know that from last year when you stayed in Punta Cana? Yeah. Da da da. This is life, huh? I have still music on my side. This music. Okay. You have also to understand what's an octave. What's an octave? You look at a piano, you have how many octaves on the piano? 8, that's right. Every 8th tone is a C, for example, when you see this, and this is overtones. See, the overtones are healing. The overtones are healing. And according to the oldest Greek musical, the octave, what you have to know here is to form an octave, you have to double the frequency or to half it. Very easy. Yeah. And now it's the question how Hans Gustav came to this planetary frequencies. In this time, in the 70s, he lived in Munich. In Munich, there were students, I think so, and they're living in small flats, drinking a little bit of alcohol, using cannabis and so on, going in the English garden, doing some barbecues, and this is the situation he explained also in his lectures about this situation. I only repeat this. And at one time, one of these days, Hans Gustav ate magic mushrooms. You know what mushrooms can do? And you're sitting there in the night, looking at the moon and said, I can hear you. I don't know what happens in this moment. But it was an eye-opener for Hans Gustav, and he took his pocket calculator. We had this pocket calculator also in the 70s when I went to school, you know that. And he activated the rotation frequency of the Earth. And this is the formula behind this, when you get a little bit stoned, I would say. The rotation of the Earth around its own axis takes a day with 24 hours each, 60 minutes each, 60 seconds each, which means 86,400 seconds. This is one day. 86,400 seconds is one day. And the reciprocal time of a frequency is 1 divided through 86,400. This will lead to a frequency of 0.000011574. You can hear this. You can't hear this frequency because humans can hear frequencies from 20 hertz to maximum 20,000 hertz when you're young. I'm a little bit older, perhaps to 15 to 14,000. I heard a lot of music when I go to discos in the 70s, woof, 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 and so on. My ears also a little bit older than young people, kids. And you can hear this music. And what you have to do now, you have to activate this frequency from 0.000011574. You have to activate this frequency. And you can activate this frequency till you hear the sound. And this sound is when you have 25 octaves, you have a result from 388. And then you can hear this frequency. Yeah. Here you see 194 is the middle, or the half. This is the frequency of the Earth rotation. The same you can do with the other octaves. We can see here the planetary frequency, the Earth 136, and the Earth synodic day with 194. And this is the way Hans Gustav developed these planetary frequencies. He makes this frequency hearable in mathematical. This is the way we can hear the planetary frequencies. Here I give you a short info about the 440 hertz. Also, because I talked about when the Indians play music, the Indians master musicians using this C sharp 136 as their tone when they're starting a concert. And this is a natural frequency in music. There's a lot of discussion about the 440 hertz. Yeah. Also in the Second World War, because of the Nazis, when you see this, or there was a congress where they said, okay, we have the 440 or the 432. This is the other one. There are interesting experiments about these two, the 432 and the 444. You get the same audience there. They heard music with the 440. The people are more aggressive. Yeah. Okay. These are the 26 planetary frequencies. Okay. I missed the lines. Okay. It's because of the translation of the presentation. Ah, color. Okay. Here we see all the frequencies, the planetary frequencies above, from the Sun to the Pluto, and there are also some asteroids. And above we see the Earth, the 128th flower of life, you know that. In the middle, the Earth, the right side, the Moon. You get this slide, this presentation. And here we have the tone. This is the Earth. Interesting. You can use the Moon very good for your second chakra, for your intestine, for your gut, with a transducer. Okay. Planetary chakra frequencies. These are only 7 we have here in this slide. You see, it's not correct because it's the translation of the presentation. You see in the first one, the yellow one is the Sun, the orange ones are the Earth, the green ones are the planets, and the gray ones are the Moon. Therefore, I use this color. In the presentation, here it's a little bit, I don't know, when you get the slides, it's okay. I think so. This, this is the relationship of our chakras and the tones. And here I give you the relationships of the planets, tones, and colors. You see in the first line, you see the cycle, then the period, and then the frequency. Look at the frequency of for example, the 136, the Earth's year, and we have 32 octaves, and it's corresponding with the C sharp C, and with the color blue-green. The beats per minute are here, and the octave and the pendulum. This is explained a little bit. You see here really interesting relationships between this. And here also we have here the possible effect of each tone. We have the Sun tone. It's vitalizing, promotes potency, strengthens life energy, helpful for anxiety and depression. And then you have all these Earth tones here. And you have the Moon with these possible effects, and the planets and the asteroids. And these are the other effects we have here, the biorhythm, alpha wave, theta wave, and water tube. This is also interesting. We see here the matrix of life. We see here on the left side the hertz, the cosmic radiation, the gamma radiation. This is in German. And I put this in there because it's from Jens. On the right side, we see the matrix of life with the hertz 432 is the A, up to 726, the sharp F. And this leads us also to this Jacob's ladder. You know this, studying the Bible in Genesis 28:12. the quote of the Jacob's ladder. We have this Jacob's ladder in our attitude. Yeah. And here is next. I don't know if it's the next slide. The sun. The year of the sun was last year. And then, in contrast to the planetary frequencies, the audible solar frequency is octave down. You see this? The planetary tones are octaved up. The calculated solar frequencies are derived and explained comprehensively and thoroughly in the books of Hans Cousteau. You can read this in this cosmic octave. And there is also a relationship to the Cheops pyramid and other architecture and signed buildings. Now the Solfeggio frequencies we have here, a short explanation. These are the Solfeggio frequencies, you know them. We have 7. And here is this is the study about that. It's from 2018, effect of 528 hertz on the endocrine system and autonomic nerve system. I'm working in the clinic and I have a couple of clients who are suffering from COVID vaccinations. And last year, one young woman came to me, 38 years old, 2 times vaccinated. And I do the AO scan. Also, I do these AO tunes to want to see which frequency could work with her. And we had tested this in the next time. It was last year in April, and it was very hard. She had a MECFS, the myeloencephalitis or a chronic fatigue syndrome. She came when she was vaccinated. She was half a year in the bed, and then for more than half a year in the wheelchair, and came with a stick. Could not walk very good. My brain opened, the hypothalamus opened. We have done some osteopathic adjustment, and also 8CM. This is the 8 Constitution medicine. I'm introduced. This is very special. It came from South Korea. It's a very quick pulse diagnosis. 8 Constitution. We find out which constitution this young woman has, and we're doing some acupuncture. And then it was a little bit hard the first 3 months. I'm using these frequencies from the AO scan. Yeah. And she wanted suicide. And then it goes better in the next months. And in November, she called me Sunday morning at 7 o'clock and said, Stefan, I healed. Sent me pics, photos. And I saw what happened with her. It's incredible what happens with this young woman. We do this in a combination with frequencies with the AO scan and with these Solfeggio frequencies too. It's incredible. And here you see this study about the 528, especially the 528. It's really one of the best frequencies I know. There's another study from last year, from 2019. This 432 hertz tune music can decrease heart rate more than the 440 hertz. We know, as I stayed in choir, you in school too, do, re, mi, fa, so. Who knows that? Okay, there are some musicians here. Who is playing an instrument? Okay. Oh. Unfortunately, I have not the right music for. Oh, I have a video, I think so, at least, huh? When I close the lecture, I have a video. It's also containing sound. I love this video. I love this video so much. You will see. Do, re, mi, fa, so. We know a little bit about the background of the Solfeggios from this monastery and the mind expanding effect of these special musics was in the monasteries. The monks singing these sounds, and the Vatican saw this as a great danger, and therefore it's forgotten for many years. And this one guy here, the Leonard Horowitz and Joseph Bouleo, found this knew the Solfeggio. There are a lot of sites you find on the internet about the Solfeggio frequencies. Okay, Healing Codes for the Biological Apocalypse is the book there written in the 17th years. And now Tesla. Okay, Tesla brings us back to the Eoscan. To Tesla. What's about Tesla and Solfeggio? Huh? We have here some numbers. The world exists only because of numbers. God created the world on the basis of numbers. You see here, the 528 can reduce to 5 to 8, which lead to 15, and then this can reduce to 1, and 5 is 6. And when we're following this, we every time came to the 3, 6, 9. You know this from the Eoscan? Yeah, you know this. What Tesla said about this? If only you knew the full power of the numbers 3, 6, 9, then you would hold the key of the universe in your hand. And we have the key of the universe in our hand with the Eoscan. Now, a little bit arithmetic. Yeah. Here we find the Solfeggio frequencies 174 to 963, and there is still the 3, 6, 9 in there. Okay? And when you the total sum of all these Solfeggio frequencies are, it's how much? No, of the total Solfeggio frequencies. We have 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The sum is 4,995. Which leads to a 9. At least. Yeah? Here is the relationship we have in our Eoscan and the Solfeggio frequency. You know that. Now everything is okay. The heart chakra is 639 now. Now, this is the end of the planetary and Solfeggio frequencies. Now the organs, I only want to show you what's about the organs. It's not so interesting. I think so. For me, it's interesting too. We have to do another lecture about that. Yeah? Today, no. I have amazing results with my clients with this. It's really amazing when I saw what happens there. And only I go down on not only the organs. Also, we have another topic there in the Cephis are the minerals. Yeah, the minerals. You have to connect all these things, like Deborah said. Connect all these dots, and when you see, I'm looking when I'm doing a scan also on the minerals, because down on the emotional effect of minerals. Is this possible? I'm a friend of magnesium. For what stands magnesium? Inspiration. For what stands phosphor? For courage. I need sometimes phosphor. Yeah. And therefore you can look also at the organs too. Very interesting. And yeah, we go through this. DNA and RNA, interesting. This is really interesting for me, because I did my PhD with DNA and RNA with viruses. I manipulated sites on RNA viruses, on one virus, which leads to focus forming things on the spleen. Yeah, and therefore this is one of my. There's a lot of science behind the DNA and also the music. Do you know how many cells we have in our body? It's around 30 to 40 trillion, I would say. Some would say 100 trillion. You said perhaps 20. I don't know. I said trillion. It's exact what I mean with trillion. And the question behind there is, when we are talking about the DNA, the question behind this is, you have so many cells in your body. Can you tell me how many chromosomes you have? 44. 22 from your mother, 22 from your father, and XY or XX. And you have how many genes? 1 point. A Christmas tree have more genes than each of you. Yeah. But they're not more intelligent. But the point is why we come back to the DNA. How long is the DNA in each cell? How long is the DNA in each of your cells? What do you think about it? Is it the nucleus? Is it DNA? From this 44 chromosomes plus 2? I don't know. How long is the DNA of each of your cells? What do you think? I can show you. Ta-da! That's not all. That's not all. One cell of you, DNA length, we're talking about. What's in the nucleus? It's incredible. You think so? It's longer and longer and longer. It's my cell, not yours. About each cell 2 meters, which means that you have with, I don't know, 40, 30 trillion. How is the length when you're reassembling all the DNA at one piece? How long is this distance that brings us back where? No, to the moon. To the moon and back. And how long is the distance from the Earth to the moon? 350,000, I don't know. Therefore, the length of your DNA in your body, when you're assembling on one length, is 750,000 kilometers. Roundabout, I don't know. I don't count this. Yeah, okay. But there's a science behind there, and some musicians are starting to create DNA music. Oh. This is interesting here. There's a relationship from the DNA. You have these nucleotides, guanine and cytosine, which leads together, and the AT and the AT, the tymosine and the adenine. And they are cooperated also with tones. Very interesting point. Okay, DNA's natural frequency, or the ability to vibrate at certain frequencies, is a subject of ongoing research. I told you. And here's one of these things. Some of you think perhaps that the DNA is an antenna. Yeah? Okay. Spiritual insight, short. We can do this. These are the very high, these tones. Brings us to the Stairway to Heaven. I know this song very well. Stairway to Heaven is the 4,225. The Pillar of Light and the Jacob's Ladder you heard before. This is the ascending or descending ladder. Yeah, information for you here. Interesting. Earth and angelic energy frequencies. And then we have at least the autotones. The autotones, I have an autotone here. We are using this autotone. It's 64 autotone. We're using this autotone, this tuning fork. We're using this tuning fork for people who are suffering from diabetes and healthy problems in their feet, or something like that. And you will see the overview. The master auto is the 128. Yeah. Sometimes when you do a scan, the 32, I think, oh, what's that? 32 hertz. Ooh. It's the skin. It's incredible. Okay, here's the epilogue I have for you. And this is the end. And we come back to nature because the Fibonacci series is closely related to golden ratio, which is deeply embedded in all sounds, thus demonstrating that flowers are expressions of sound. Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone for joining us. It is contest time now, where we introduce a contest that you get a comment and participate in, and we give away something free next week.
That's right.
So what are we gonna ask them to do?
We wanna know, where in your life could you use more harmony?
So many places. Yeah, but it's a great question, because
Yeah.
it should be thought-provoking, right? And what do we want them to comment? They comment on, not on the live chat.
Right, not on the live chat. If you're watching this weekly update during the live premiere on YouTube, wait until it's over and comment on our YouTube page under this video and answer that question. And we're gonna draw 3 names next week. What are they gonna win?
They are going to win the AO tunes. The AO tunes are when we introduce the tuning fork frequencies in the AO scan technology. We also introduced the AO tunes, and these are portable
Transducers.
digital transducers that you can use in various places and in various ways. A lot of people have a great variety of ways in which they use the AO tunes. But we're gonna give away 3 of those next week to 3 people who we draw next week,
That's right. So enter the contest and good luck, and we will see you next week. Commenting, what was the comment?
Yeah, what is the comment? Dang it.
Okay, we want to know, what is it?